Hey guys, I'm back. This one, this video, um, I have been really debating on this for a little while on whether or not I should make some sort of announcement video. Maybe kind of like a, this is something I want to do type video announcement. Um, you're probably wondering where are these notes. Well, if you guys watched some of my Easter 177 videos and specifically the podcast, right? Like I've talked about a couple times how I would love how Blumhouse should do more with this franchise. Well, all day yesterday, I gone through all three movies and put on as much as I could. I'm sure I'll take more notes in the future, like what else I need to do, and have some creative help, right? I am thinking of possibly doing sort of like a YouTube TV series for the Israel trilogy. Because, admit it, guys. If any of you guys have seen all three of those movies, you need to admit, like, there must have been a lot of events that happened between the three movies. And yes, that's just, like, an obvious, like, that's just the obvious answer, right? Like, what did happen between those three movies? So, of course, I need to grab, like references, details, Easter eggs, whatever I could, like kind of like production notes, right? Not official production notes, but I know I have to make them at some point. But this is good for me right now. Like, I'm happy that I'm not rushing into this because there's so many projects in general I want to do for my channel, but they're going to be on the back burner for now. And unfortunately, I think I've said this before. I had to postpone my my holiday special stop motion just because I went through development hell in the last 3 years with that. Like, and I've almost given up. Of just like, man, it's too much. Like, too much stress, too much pressure, like with work on top of that. Like, I don't know. I felt like with work now, like I found an easier way to like help me with the schedule here. Like, technically, I could still like start production again on the project, but like I'm just put that on the shelf for now, right? Now of course this will give me time to do this, right? Like, I'm gonna look through the notes, like keep watching the movies, and work helps out too. Like whenever I'm not busy and like I could think of ideas. Like, I'm more like heavily focused on David Dunn's arc for this. Like, of course I want to focus on the others, right? Like, I bet you if like there's some hardcore like diehard fans of this franchise, I feel like they would expect me to make this series a limited edition series, right? Like a limited series, like as cool as that would be, like especially like an honor for the fans. I need to make multiple seasons, right? And I am not going to do 19 seasons of this because we all know that Glass takes place 19 years after Unbreakable, and I want to be able to do time jumps. I need to, well, I guess I already got an episode count already for like the first season. I don't know why I haven't written them down yet. I think it's either 11 to 12 season. Yeah, that's how we're going to go with. There's going to be like, obviously 3 different arcs for like any future seasons, right? So like what I want to do, like, so here's my pitch for the first season, right? So what I want to do, like the premiere, well, I'm going to call it pilot, but I do have a specific title for it. It's called Overseer Year 1, right? And then after that, it's going to be a 3-part arc, like Unbreakables, parts 1, 2, and 3, right? And continuing on with Kevin Wendell Crumb, right? That one I'm still kind of stuck with. Like, should I call it like Kevin Wendell Crumb Year 1 or The Beast year one, or maybe the Horde year one. I think that's perfect, right? Let me know in the comments what's a better name for that. And then of course like splits, parts 1, 2, and 3. Maybe I think I want to call them chapters, right? Makes sense. Like make it sound more professional, kind of like a book. And Glass. Of course, I want that centered around Elijah. This is where I'm kind of stuck. Why I said 11 to 12 episode, season run. Because, what if I just did like Glass chapters 1, 2, and 3? Like, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of stupid. Just bear with me here, guys. Just kind of stupid, like having like the first episode start off as Mr. Glass year one, and then just go on like Glass chapters 1, 2, and 3, right? I don't know. It's a lot with the developing process here. Of course, actors. I need to find just really good people, right? Like obviously that are not actors, but if they want to participate in something like this, like I want to give them a shot. I think I could pull off David Dunn. Of course, I would need the haircut for that. Like, I'm really debating for the pilot whether like he would have grown a beard a year after, because sure, it made sense, like, years later, like, in Glass, like, he's got a beard, but, like, man, of course, this is going to be a very low budget. Do not expect it to be, like, Hollywood or M. Night Shyamalan's style, right? Like, just in my own way, my own style. Of course, I pay attention to, like, camera angles, and I will look up, like, some neat camera tricks, like, how to get away with, like, cool camera tricks. Like, I had no idea, like, in Unbreakable, there were, like, 30 plus, like, one-shot scenes, right? But you guys get the idea what I want to do with the seasons, right? I don't know how long of a run I want to do this. Like, each season will obviously focus on the 3 main characters. They'll get a same amount of episode arcs, but I also want to focus on the supporting characters, right? That obviously contribute to the movies. Like, let's say if I'm in a rut between the seasons, like I already got the first season down, right? Like, I will give one supporting character like one episode, just to give them like more, like show more of their backstory. Like, how did they contribute to this? How and why are they relevant? There we go. Yeah. So yeah, actors. I definitely gotta find the right people for sure. Obviously, I need to talk to the right people. So I have all fall and winter to like write all these episodes, because I really want to take my time with this. Like, I'm happy with the first script I ever wrote. Sure, there's other first scripts I wrote, but like the first script that I wrote like had like a really good story, dialogue. Like, I want to take my time with that, and that's the thing. M. Night, from what I understand, he doesn't like improv. I would love to read off of a script that I could try like writing down my own. But if I knew somebody really well who knows how to make a good script, and like if I showed them the movies, like what I'm dealing with here, and if they would pitch me some dialogue scripts, like that would be pretty cool. But of course, like I would have no problems doing improv. Like, say like I do get like the first season scripts done, right, and then what I want to present on camera, right? Like, I could improv. I hope I don't piss a lot of people off with improv, right? Like, I mean, who knows how much I'm going to do. Like, again, I have, like, the right ideas, like, what the characters are, what the settings are. I know there's going to be, like, limited filming locations, but I know a couple of good places where I could shoot these episodes, right? And because, all the movies, like, the first Unbreakable for sure was, like, I really want to say 100% practical, right? I'm not talking about like post like special effects or like no. I'm talking about real practical stuff, right? The acting, the props, And in my mind, sure, it's gonna be hard to replicate that, but like for the Dunn residence, I want to do it here. I want to do it in my apartment. I don't know if I can make some changes here. I mean, I could, but like, there's probably going to be like again like minimal shots, and I feel like I don't know if it's going to be 50-50 with the episodes. Like 50% would be like me shooting episodes like inside here, and then 50% would be like outside. Of course, I want to be outside. Like, of course, I can't do them right now because Minnesota weather right now, especially like for the fall and winter, it's pretty unpredictable. You never know. Like we're in November already, so that gives me enough time to work out stories, scripts, and get the overseer poncho. Like, seriously, I need to find somebody who can nail the perfect Elijah Price, Mr. Glass, right? Like, oh man, like that person needs to have like a dedicated like Sam Jackson presence, right? I want to make sure that potential actor will do that character justice because I want to explore more with Elijah. Like, sure, like I said, I'm more heavily focused on David, but I gotta like invest in the other two characters too, just because like I've said in previous videos, guys, talked about this franchise. David Dunn is such a good character. Like oh my gosh, like, you could basically write anything about that character, right? Like, he's just a simple man, but with, like, superpowers, right? Like, man. Seriously, I had a lot of fun doing research all day yesterday. I think that was the first time in a long time since I had fun doing research, and it was on my own, because I can't remember the last time I did research on anything, like, because in other settings, right, like, you're pretty much forced to do, a crap ton of research, right, like, again, like, with school, for example, like, you have to do research, and, like, hopefully you can get a good grade on that, like, all that stuff, like, that's an example, but, like, this, man, I had such a fun time with this, I definitely want to make a teaser for sure. Just don't know what, like, well, as soon as I get the poncho, right? Like, just, again, that's further down the road, right? Like, when I get that, that's when I'll make, like, kind of like a little teaser, right? Like, I'm hoping scheduling conflicts for other people, like, hopefully that I personally know, hopefully, won't be a problem for them, and if they know people who are interested in, like, acting like, independent acting, independent movie making, like, I feel like this could be a good start for me, like, if I potentially want to make independent, movies, right, like, man, that would be so sweet, like, even though this series will not be canon to the movies, right, I have to say something, or otherwise people will, I don't know, either get mad at me or talk about stuff. Right? It's just I want to present ideas out there, kind of like what if scenarios in the Unbreakable world, like what was happening during these time periods, right? Like, again, very specific details are very important because, again, context matters, right? Yeah, Unbreakable got, like, the most, pages just because, like, oh man, there was so much information. with each film that like I was getting less information. Like with Split, I got a decent amount. With Glass, I think I just got like, yeah, just one page. But of course, I'm open to any advice when it comes to filming, right? Because I don't know why I haven't downloaded on my computer, but it's like the DaVinci editing program, like the free version, right? I want to get that, and I want to be able to edit on my computer, right? Like, so yeah, once I get a script done for season 1, then I want to try to shoot something in spring, right? And then, who knows? I can't promise anything, like, like, especially anything like super early. Like, maybe I could try to get the series out summer of next year. If I can't, then fall of next year, which is fine. Again, like, I want to take my time with this. I don't want to rush anything. I feel like if there will be future scheduling conflicts with other people, I feel like we might need to shoot like multiple episodes, like, or like multiple scenes of different episodes, and like again, if I have a big group of people, and like, okay, let's do this, let's do that, and because I definitely want to be an actor's director, right? Like, and that's very rare. Like, I think it comes from like independent directors, are really like John Watts, for example. Like, he made the Spider-Man trilogy. Like, he's an actor's director. He was so kind to everybody, like the Tom Holland, Jacob, everybody on that. Like, so like I want to be an actor's director, right? Like, of course I'm gonna have to take a lot of roles on this. I am gonna be a producer. I will be an editor, prop department, costume department. I know my sister watches my videos, so if she does see this, I would just like to let her know, like, if she's interested in the costume department, she needs to let me know, because I feel like my sister would have like a really great fashion sense. Like, okay, again, we all know what our 3 main guys look like, right? Like, they're perfect, right? David's got his green, Kevin's got yellow, and Mr. Glass has got purple, right? That's the thing. I think it has a lot to do with color theory, and M. Night did such a good job with these movies. Like, a specific color needs to stand out in some certain scenes, right? Like, take like a dark scene, right, and then just add like an accent, right? Like, add a red accent there, or an orange accent, like whatever you can use, right? Like, I need to remember that, right? I think I have it on here. ColourPop, yeah. Still, that's what's important. I don't know if I would. No, I can't really make my own music. I will use some soundtracks, but I won't like use them fully, right? But like, I mean, if I knew somebody really well who likes to recreate like movie and TV soundtracks, like if they want to make kind of like replicate the soundtracks for all 3 movies, then perfect, Obviously today I've taken a break, right? Like, oh man, it helps, right? Like, just to relax my mind, like, but eventually, like, I will start a script, see what that goes, because again, like, I am heavily invested in David Dunn. Like, man, he already sounds like a real person, like, I even like how M. Night, he kind of treated the first movie like it was supposedly based on real life, right? Like, the beginning of the movie and at the end, like, I feel like with the show, I need to start off something like that, like, I don't know if you guys can help me with that, because again, if you've seen Unbreakable, you should know like what the opening text is. Like many kids buy this certain amount of comics every year. I think it was 3,000 plus comics a year. Like Unbreakable is like one of my favorite movies, and I want to be able to do this movie right, right? Like post, of course. Um, yeah, like I said, I had a lot of fun doing research. This, I think this is just the first. These are the first 6 pages, right? um, and also you have to be from Minnesota, okay? This production takes place in Minnesota, even though the series, the movies, all of them take place in Philadelphia. So I want to make sure. I think the filming locations that I picked out, like they already look kind of like from Philadelphia. I feel like nobody would be able to tell the difference, right? Like, but you have to be from Minnesota, okay? If you want to be involved with this, you have to follow my Instagram, Real Blu-ray Dave, right? And you can email me too. My email is realblueraydave@gmail.com. Remember, there's no slash between the blue and Ray, right? Like, same with my Instagram. I think for most people, like, if you've been on my Instagram, you should know, like, it's not there. So if you want to write me an email, yeah, it's not going to be, there. I seriously think I could pull this off, right? Like with the amount of like information that I have, like all the research I've done, like I feel like I could really pull this off, right? For the pilot, I want it to be simplistic, right? Like see where I could go from there, and then just like try to move on with the rest of the episodes, right? Like because honestly, I feel like it would also be really dumb if each season only had 3 episodes. Again, regarding the 3 main guys, right? Like, I would have to extend those episodes, right? Like, make them Netflix style, or even worse, PBS longer. Like, huh. What are they thinking? I don't know. I guess I'm out of things to say other than the fact, like, just know, guys, like, I am gonna be taking my time with this. Again, this is another one of those franchises that I'm truly passionate about, and I feel like I could really contribute to this. Like, again, I'm trying to bring light to this franchise, right? I'm happy that I already got somebody recently from one of my second to last podcast episode regarding the series. Like, they told me, like, they were acknowledging it. Like, that's good, I don't think I necessarily need to watch M. Night's other previous films that he's put out, right? Like, but if you guys want me to, if you want to recommend me some stuff, let me know. And if you think it would help out with, like, the show, like, yeah. And of course it's going to be TV-14, right? It's going to be TV-14, right? It wouldn't make sense if it was TV PG, not even TVG, right? Like, no, come on, we're not going to make this kiddish, kid-friendly, right? Like, no, this is, like, real, like, hardcore stuff, right? Like, I'm not gonna work on anything tonight because, like I said, I'm just taking a break. But like, I'm not saying this might happen, but like, let's say tomorrow, if I start working on the script, like again, like the pilot, like um, then it would probably would take me all day to write it. Again, depending on the writing process, because yeah, I just want to get the story out of the way first, and then we'll see about dialogue. Like, again, I might have. I do have like a couple of good like dialogue scenes that I want to do like with David, right? Like because I also want to do like flashbacks too regarding every character, right? Like what were they like when they were depressed, or like again doing like time jumps, like what we already know, like what they're gonna be reacting like those types of things, like and of course I do not want to break continuity, right? That's the most important thing. We do not break continuity with this beautiful franchise. And of course with the Glass episodes, I would want to back up the movie, right? Like, and I think for whenever the potential last season will come out, I would want one of the 3 episodes of the last arc to feature like one of the guys, right? Like Glass episode David, Glass episode the Horde, and Glass episode Mr. Glass, right? Like that will happen for a future last season. All right, I guess that's all I have to really say. So thank you so much for listening in, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Hey, dude, you had a good nap? About to wrap up the video. Yeah, just thank you for taking your time to listen to me, like what my ideas are going to be like. Again, if you have any ideas, like tips and tricks, advice you guys want to give me, please put them in the comments below. Like, I could really use some help, because seriously, I know I'm not going to be able to like do this alone. Like, again, I'm open to anything. Just like in the bonus features of Unbreakable, like we want to welcome like good ideas, right? Like, well, I'm speaking from like the bonus features. Like, I want to welcome any ideas, right? But you guys can bet your butts when I tell you this series will not be politically correct, right? I'm not about that crap on this channel and in real life. So don't worry, you guys are safe. You can trust your friendly neighborhood Chad. You want to say goodbye to the camera? Ooh, ooh, you're kind of warm, buddy. Ooh, yeah. Oh, hi. Mwah. Oh, he just wants attention. All right, but I'm finishing up. Oh, excuse me, I almost choked on my spit. Yeah, you guys know what to do. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Please hit the post notification bell and share my content if you haven't already. And wish me luck on this journey, guys. Like, I know, like, between making this, I got my personal life, other stuff to deal with, which is fine, you know, and maybe it could help me out with, further out the plot, you know, with this. So, again, wish me luck. Alright, again, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for being me. The Lord be with you guys, always of you guys. Peace out, guys, and hopefully you guys are having a great night. But he just yawned. Alright. You have a good night, guys. Bye.